Hello, I'm Gil Zilkha. Welcome back to my channel, Essential Classical Music, where we look at the best recordings of the classical music repertoire. This video is taken out of my larger video on the major chamber works. I hope you enjoy it. Now let's go back to the 20th century and let's talk about Alvin Berg, a member of Schoenberg's 12-tone school, where you went away from traditional tonality. The 12 tones means, you know, the chromatic, you have 12 tones on the piano, going the scale going up, and instead of centering on one to create a chord or a tonality, you go across all 12 tones so that your mind doesn't hear it as being in any particular key. It's really kind of like randomness codified. And we talked about his violin concerto. That's really maybe his most famous piece. He also wrote for string quartet a lyric suite, which is just what it says it is. It's very lyrical, but there's no tonality to it. So it sounds like the string quartet kind of like emoting in these different directions. But it's because there's no tonality, it almost feels like you're kind of mentally being jerked around, and it's a really unique experience. It's really a good introduction to atonal music. And my top recommendation is, no surprise, the Alvin Berg Quartet. As I mentioned earlier, they call themselves that because they wanted to put a focus on 20th century music, and you can hear the dedication here. They really buy into it, and so they really do a good job of selling it to the rest of us. Of course, regardless of what they're playing, they are an immaculate ensemble, very clean. Everything is very clear and beautifully played. It's well recorded, so you can't go wrong with this one. I also want to recommend, if you are open to historic recordings, the one that Berg himself supervised, the Alvin Quartet, a quartet from Vienna. Recorded this in 1936. It's okay sound. It is, it's a little bit noisy, but you want to hear it for the interpretation. And this is one of those, for me, it's a really unique experience when you hear a recording of something that's sort of hot off the press, and especially when it's supervised by the composer, you hear these insights and you hear this freshness, and you hear them telling, really, why was this composed? What is it that makes it so unique and compelling? And so they really dig into the music, and it's very palpable. So this is a version I would not want to be without either. It's incidentally coupled with the Louis Krasner version of the violin concerto, which I also highly recommend for that piece as well, for the very same reasons. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day and happy listening.